In this movie, we're going to go over functions in MicroSurvey that allow you to add single points to the points database of the drawing. We're going to switch to the points ribbon and take note that on hot toggles we've got things set so that, let's make it 100. 100 is going to be the first point ID that we add. And then we're going to go over to Store and Edit Points. And this will prompt me to manually input some coordinates. So I could input 5,000, 10,000, leave the elevation at 0, and this is a nail. And notice how it recognizes the field code I'm typing in, and the automap is going to insert a description of control point to it. Say OK to that, and so if I zoom to extents, I'll just cancel this. Then I'll find that that point has been plotted down here. Now the other way that I can use Store and Edit Points is if these are GPS or state plane coordinates, I can use the Geodetic Point editing function. In here I could type in a latitude and a longitude, and it would compute the coordinate and insert that in the drawing. I don't have an example, so I won't put that one in. The other way that we can use Store and Edit Points is, I'll go back to the original, and this also has a pick point button, and so that allows me to snap in entities that are in the CAD drawing. Before I do that, I'll go over to MS Tools, and I'm going to isolate. If we look at red, we can see that the leftmost unit is all on one layer, and I can use this Isolate Layer button here, and I can pick on an example of one of the entities that I want to isolate and hit Enter. So what that's done is it's frozen all of the layers in the CAD file except for the walls for that leftmost unit. So that makes it easy for me to see what I'm doing, and I can go back to Store and Edit Points. I can go to Pick Point here, and now I can just snap right to the corner of that wall, and it extracts the coordinates. In here I can insert a description. And as soon as I pick OK, it adds that coordinate to the drawing and to the points database. So I can do that for other items in the drawing. Keep using the same description as before. If I go to Pick Point, I can also change my snaps so that instead I'll clear my snaps and I'll snap to an intersection point instead of to an endpoint. That'll allow me to, for example, let's put a point right there. Okay, and so I'll cancel that now that I'm done adding. And a question that often comes up is, right now the plotted labels are actually quite appropriate for this drawing, but very often your initial guess is wrong. So what you'll find you're going to do is go into the Rescale Complete Drawing function, and let's say it turns out that this will look a lot tidier if I set it so that I'm going to plot it at 1 to 10 instead of 1 to 100. So if I zoom in here, now we'll see that everything's been shrunk down by a factor of 100. Okay, as a final step, let's have a look at how we've added some coordinates to the database. There they are. They're ready for export and review. Thanks for your interest in this topic.